Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. When you had one of those days where you're out in the sun all day, you're a little sun-kissed, and you took a hot shower, and you just feel so good. That's me right now. I am sitting here in my office in my robe, just took a nice shower. I just feel so good. I've really been enjoying my summer so much with the girls. We've had a lot of beach days, taking the kids to Lake Michigan, the Indiana Dunes. We've been swimming at a ton of just like friends and families' pools around the area. We've just had so much great weather here too, so far. And it's just been nice. And I feel like it's just the beginning. And as far as my business and my schedule, I have been taking one-on-one calls, but just a couple days a week. And other than that, I've just been focusing on my Instagram content, my podcast, keeping up with my email list. I'm really not putting a ton of pressure on myself to hustle this summer and really just like bust my butt, just honestly due to the girls being home and really focusing a ton more on the day-to-day stuff around here. And I know I told you guys last week, my husband is moving his location for his business, for his recording studio. So he's been working a ton of hours and just really putting his heart and soul into that. So I personally just haven't had that much time. And I don't know, there's a part of me that just wants to relax this summer. So just kind of leaning into that a lot. However, something really exciting is happening. I am in a group business coaching program for the next couple of months. It's a small group of people who are already making multiple six figures, and we're all getting our business plans mapped out to hit seven figures. I love being in this group because for me, even though I've hit 100K multiple years now and have generated multiple six figures inside of my business, this group is with people doing much better than me. I just really love surrounding myself with people who truly embody their trade and are just really successful doing it. And I'm noticing we're all experiencing the same mindset issues and blocks, and we all have the same questions when it comes to how we're going to get to our next levels. It's filled with people from all walks of life too. We have healers, life coaches, fitness and health coaches, marketing gurus, and more. It's really refreshing, and I'm so excited to be a part of this and just to see my business grow and scale over the next couple of years. Okay, let's get into this week's episode. One of the most common complaints that I get is, content takes me so long to create, or I feel like content shouldn't be taking me this long. The writing, the creation, the graphics, the recording of the reels, it's a lot, and I totally get it. It can feel like a ton of work, and it's time consuming. I wanted to share with you how I create content so easily and really without the overthinking piece, honestly, and how I don't let it consume my whole day. So my first tip for you is have certain days during the week where you are creating content. Don't let it be an everyday sort of thing, especially if this isn't your full-time thing just yet. So if like your coaching business isn't like a Monday through Friday thing, okay? And what I mean by this is pick a couple days during the week to batch your content. Maybe pick one day to do the writing, pick one day to do graphics, maybe pick one day to actually record some reels or you doing certain things. Your energy around content for me is so important. If you wake up every single day going, oh my God, how am I going to get this all done? I get that can be so stressful. However, if you know that, say, like Saturday mornings, you can get your husband to take the kids somewhere for a couple of hours, you can get so much done in just a few hours, I promise you. And the brilliance of all this is when you know you have that day during the week to get some stuff done, you simply are just in a better energy around it. You start preparing for that day. So if time is limited for you, pick a couple days out of the week where you have likely more than 30 minutes and you just get into creative mode. Create some real time and space to be in that mode and be in that energy. All right, number 2, embody the belief of it's good enough. I don't know how many times I tell my clients this, but your perfectionism is literally killing your vibe and it's stopping you from making a lot of money. All right. Nothing will be perfect. Nothing needs to be perfect. And no one is actually wanting you to be perfect. No one is comparing or like putting your content up to all these other people and comparing apples to apples. They're not doing that. No one is looking for perfect. All right. So they want authenticity and they want real people sharing real stories. Right? So don't stress about the graphics not looking a certain way or your captions not sounding like an A+ essay. All right. You want to just say it is good enough. All right. Also, when you spend an hour trying to make it perfect, that hour could be spent making more content or just spending more time doing what you love and spending more time with your family. All right. So think of the big picture here. All right. So stop overthinking and just say it's good enough. All right. All right. Number 3, use a content calendar. I hate being that person that tells you this, but if you are thinking like, wow, this is taking me so long, or I don't have all these ideas mapped out, like it is important to really think about your brain. And if you are somebody who hasn't tried a content calendar yet, maybe this is your sign to try one. Okay. So use a content calendar or like a Google Sheet even to keep track of your content ideas. Okay. It's much easier if you're able to see each day and your week and even your month on like an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheet or something like that. And what I love about a content calendar is you can easily map out your week and your month. And when this happens, you're way less likely to be stressed out about the whole, what do I post today? Right? You can actually see it. And also your brain can see things as like, okay, well, this might be a good carousel. This might be a good reel. And so what I would do is plan out, I'd probably say a day or 2 per month to just look at your content calendar and game plan a little bit. All right. So actually spend time strategizing for your business. Also, what I love about this is you can use this month after month and look at what kind of content you can repurpose, right? So this leads me into number 4. Don't be afraid to repurpose your content from, say, last month or even last year. Depending on how long you've been in business, you can probably like copy and paste, realistically, a lot of things, right? And no one will notice. I do this often. I have thousands of pieces of content I've created over the last 6 years. I go back, I tweak it, possibly even give it a new headline, and I repost. And you can also create a carousel, say like one day for something, and then the next month you can record it, record a reel, and then you can simply just copy and paste whatever you had in the caption, so like the text, and put it into the reel. Okay. So this will significantly help you with time when you're having a really busy week or a full list of clients. Because guess what? Even when you are booked out with clients, when you have a full roster of clients, you're still going to need to be posting. Content still needs to be a thing that you do. All right. So lastly, number 5, what if, and I do mean, what if it does just take you longer to create content right now and you can just accept that? I hear it shouldn't take me that long or it takes forever to create content a lot, right? So, well, you might just be in a learning phase in your business and you may just need to accept that you're learning something new. And when that happens, it might just take a while for you to just get fast at it. Okay. And if you've never used Canva or Instagram or any of these tools, like even there's probably stuff on your cell phone, like editing softwares and stuff like that. Like you might not have ever used this stuff before. So it might take a while for you just to learn the technology piece, not even just how to write persuasive content or how to write headlines, right? There's so much that's involved in content creation and building a business, right? So you might have to schedule in certain days where you're just learning new things, like watching some YouTube videos, taking courses, right? It's okay. And I always tell my clients, it's like, don't let this stop you from building a great business just because it's taking you a while right now and you're in that learning phase. And as I said earlier, perfectionism can be a real pain when it comes to creating content. And unfortunately, it's going to stop you from staying really consistent and selling, right? And at the end of the day, your content should be helping you make a ton of money and attracting your tribe of people, right? So if this has been something you've been putting off, put it in your calendar of like, okay, here's 2 hours on, say, Friday evening. I'm going to learn how to do whatever it is. I'm going to learn how to create a carousel in Canva, or I'm going to learn how to post a reel. Okay. So take some time. It's okay to be in the learning phase. And if you are feeling like, okay, I have been really putting this off, I do want some help with this, and content has been such a pain for me, in my one-on-one coaching container, content is one of the biggest things that we work on together. I help you with your strategy, your framework, your sales communication, your sales posts, and obviously too with content, like really formulating your headlines, because a headline it is the most important thing that you need to be focusing on. And selling is essential with your content. And if you're still not sure what to be posting, when to be posting, how much to be posting, and what kind of content you need to be creating to enroll more clients, let's chat. All right. I do have a 2-month coaching package and a 4-month one-on-one coaching package. So if this does interest you, DM me on Instagram to learn more. My Instagram handle is @AllisonHenderson_coach. Once again, that's @AllisonHenderson_coach. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening as always. And I'll see you again next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram.
Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.